Hello, kids! Welcome to Mahaeasystudy Official. Here, we learn school lessons with colorful animations. Let's learn together! We learn school lessons in simple English with colorful 3D animations. We make learning easy, interesting, and enjoyable for every child. From English and maths to science and GK, let's learn something new every day. Learn easy, learn smart, and keep smiling. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mahaeasystudy Official. Let's learn together. Good morning, students.
Good morning, teacher.
Tell me, what do you see in the sky every morning? Let us write that down. What do you see in the sky every morning?
Sun!
Very good. And what happens when the sun goes down?
It becomes dark.
Correct. Now tell me, is the day always of the same length?
No!
Very good. Sometimes we have longer days and shorter nights, and sometimes we have shorter days and longer nights. Now think about this. Why does this happen? Why do days and nights change? Today, we are going to learn the answer to this question. Our new chapter is How Seasons Occur, Part 1. In this chapter, we will learn about the Earth, the sun, day and night, sunrise and sunset, and how the duration of day and night changes. Before we start, look at this. Why don't we have the same amount of daylight every day? Let's explore and find out the answer together. Not the same amount of daylight every day. Let's open our textbooks and connect with the lesson. First, let's recall what we already know. How do day and night occur on the Earth? What do we mean by the Earth's revolution? How long does the Earth take to revolve around the sun? And do you know why the sun's rays do not fall equally on every place on Earth? Let's find out.
Welcome to our study session. We will learn about day and night. This is due to Earth's rotation. We also see sunrise and sunset. Notice how day lengths change. Let us understand everything on this page step by step. The first section is called Let's Recall.
It asks us to remember some things that we have already learned.
The Earth rotates continuously on its axis. The part of the Earth facing the sun gets sunlight. We experience day there.
The part facing away from the sun does not receive sunlight. We experience night there. So, day and night occur because the Earth rotates on its axis.
The movement of the Earth around the sun is called revolution. The Earth travels around the sun in a fixed path called its orbit.
Question 3. How long does the Earth take to do so? The Earth takes about 365 quarter days to complete one revolution around the sun. This period is called 1 year. Question 4. In which hemispheres is our country located? Our country, India, is located in the northern hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere. A hemisphere means half of the Earth.
The equator divides the Earth into the northern and southern hemispheres. The prime meridian divides the Earth into the eastern and western hemispheres. Question 5. Why don't the sun's rays fall perpendicular at all places on the Earth? The Earth is spherical in shape, and its axis is also tilted. Because of the Earth's curved surface and its tilted axis, the sun's rays do not fall at the same angle everywhere. At some places, the rays fall more directly, while this is one of the important reasons why different places receive different amounts of sunlight and experience changes in seasons. Question number 3. How did you find out the duration of the night?
We can find the duration of the night by knowing the time of sunset and sunrise. For example, and rises at 6 a.m. the next morning, we can calculate the total duration of the night.
Night duration equals time between sunset and the next sunrise. Question. Which two dates had days and nights of the same duration? On certain dates, the duration of daytime and nighttime is almost equal. These dates are called equinoxes. During an equinox, day and night are nearly equal in duration, about 12 hours each. Question. Does the change in duration of day and night occur everywhere on Earth? The duration of day and night does not change in exactly the same way everywhere on Earth. The amount of change depends on the location. Some places experience a greater difference between the length of day and night, while places near the equator experience much. This happens because of the Earth's and its revolution around the sun.
Question. Record the duration of daytime from 19th to 28th of every month from activity. We have to find the sunrise and sunset times for the given dates.
Then we calculate the duration of daytime. For example, sunrise, 6 a.m., sunset, 6 p.m. So the duration of daytime is 12 hours. We have to record such information for the required dates from September to December.
Can you tell? Observe the sunrise and sunset timings in your own area. Note these timings in a table. Find the day's length.
They can collect this information by directly observing the sunrise and sunset, checking a calendar, checking a newspaper, using the internet.
Let's fill this table for June. We record sunrise and sunset timings. Then, calculate day and night duration. Now you try.
Question 1. Among the records in the table, which is the longest day? Which is the longest day?
We have to compare the duration of daytime for all the given dates. The date having the maximum number of daylight hours will be the longest day in the table.
Second question, the duration of the nights, day by day. When we compare the records, we notice that the duration of nighttime does not remain exactly the same every day.
On some days, the night is slightly shorter. On other days, it becomes slightly longer. This happens because of the movement of the Earth around the Sun and the tilt of the Earth's axis. Third question, guess the reason behind it. The main reason is the tilted axis of the Earth and its revolution around the Sun.
Because of this, different parts of the Earth receive sunlight for different lengths of time during different periods of the year. Therefore, the length of day and night changes.
Now we come to the important section. This is called geographical explanation. We will learn how seasons occur on Earth. The page says that we may have noticed a change in the duration of daytime and nighttime. This means that the length of the day and the length of the night can change from one date to another.
The Earth rotates around its own axis. It takes approximately 24 hours to complete one rotation. The Earth rotates from west to east. Because of this rotation, we experience sunrise. These are different stages: daytime, midday, sunset, nighttime.
Question 8. What does measure time in terms of days mean? The rotation of the Earth helps us measure time. One complete rotation of the Earth takes about 24 hours.
So, the Earth's rotation gives us the basic idea of a day and a night. Therefore, we call this period one day. One day.
During one complete day, we experience different stages. Sunrise. Above the horizon.
It marks the beginning of daytime. Midday. Midday is around the middle of the daytime. The sun appears high in the sky. Sunset is the time when the sun appears to dais. Sun appears to go below the horizon. It marks the end of daytime.
After sunset, the sky becomes dark and we experience nighttime. So, the main stages are sunrise, midday, sunset, daytime, and nighttime.
We can observe changes in the locations of sunrise and sunset on the horizon, where sky and land appear to meet. Let's understand why this happens.
The position where the sun rises and sets can appear to shift during the year. This is connected with the Earth's movement around the sun and the tilt of its axis.
The next activity in the chapter will help us understand these changes more clearly. Understanding the table. At the bottom of the page, there is a table. Let's understand the table.
Let us observe these dates. From June 98th, we will track the change in the sun's position. This helps us understand how seasons occur.
Sunrise and sunset. Record the precise times. Calculate the total daylight hours.
Let's calculate duration. If sunrise is at 6 a.m. and sunset is at 6:30 p.m., then the daytime duration is 12 hours from sunset to the next sunrise.
Let's take an example. If sunset is at 6:30 p.m. and the next sunrise is at 6 o'clock a.m., then the night duration is 11 hours 30 minutes. Where do we get our information from? We can use a calendar or a newspaper. The internet and direct observation help too. Let's learn more.
Remember these key points. First, the Earth rotates on its axis. It takes 24 hours.
The Earth rotates from west to east. Rotation causes day and night. It takes 365 and a quarter days for one revolution. The Earth's axis is tilted. The duration of day and night changes during the year.
Sunrise and sunset timings can change from day to day.
The position of sunrise and sunset on the horizon can also change during the year. Let us see how.
Let's try this. Experiment of the shadow. Paste a large white paper on one side of a table. Light a torch to see the shadow's position. Shadows. Place a torch in front of the table. The torch should be kept in such a way that it does not move.
Step 3. Take a rod and place it between the torch and the white paper. The rod will make a shadow on the paper.
Let's turn the torch on. Now aim it at the rod. Look at the paper. A clear shadow appears. Look at the shadow carefully and mark its position on the paper. This first mark tells us where the shadow was at the beginning. Now slowly move the table along with the rod from one side to the other. Observe the shadow again. You will see that the shadow has moved to a different place. Mark this new position too. What do we learn from this activity? We learn that when the position of an object changes, the position of its shadow also changes.
Let's see how shadows change. When we move our light source, the position of the shadow also moves on the paper.
The position of the sun in the sky appears to change during the day. The direction and length of a shadow change during the day. Let's understand how this causes different seasons. The book also tells us to observe the position of sunrise and sunset on the horizon throughout the whole year. Question 1. What is a horizon? The horizon is the line where the land or sea appears to meet the sky. That their positions on the horizon keep changing. The next activity helps us understand this change. Observe the shadow throughout the year. This is a long-term activity. The teacher has to conduct this activity throughout the year. Start the activity about 8 days after school opens, and continue it until the end of December. Make observations once every week, around the time of sunrise or Step 1, to 1.7 meters long. The stick should be long enough to make a clear shadow. Let us see. Step 2, fix the stick. Choose a place near a wall where sunlight falls. This should be at the time of sunrise or sunset. Fix the stick firmly at that place. The stick must not be moved. It should remain at the same place for about 1 year. This is important because we want to compare the shadow from the same stick and same place. Let's observe the stick's shadow. Now, mark the shadow's position. Later, observe the shadow again. See how it moves. If the shadow is in a different position, measure the distance between the old position and the new position. Write down your observations.
Along with the shadow, observe the position of sunrise-sunset on the horizon. You should note whether the position of sunrise or sunset changes over time.
So, this activity gives us 2 things to observe: position of the shadow, or position of sunrise and sunset. Both are observed over a long period. The book says that the next part of the month of September, students should study the duration of daytime and nighttime using the observations recorded from the table. Question 1. What was the direction of the shadow of the stick in September? This means, look at your September observations and find out in which direction the shadow was pointing. Question 2. On which day was the duration of the day and night the same? This means the length of daytime and nighttime was equal or nearly equal. This activity is for teachers. The blue note gives instructions. Conduct this throughout the year to observe shadow changes. Let's begin. This activity starts when school opens. We will take observations approximately once every week. See how the rod's shadow moves on the paper? We continue this until the end of December. Make observations around sunrise or sunset. Keep the stick fixed at the same place. Record the position of the shadow carefully. Let's learn how shadows change. The sun moves from morning to noon. Notice how the shadows change throughout the year. Can you guess how this creates our seasons? Let's think about it. If a shadow moves north, where do sunrise and sunset shift? The sun shifts south. Can you explain why? Imagine that you notice that the shadow is moving towards the north. Now think about the sun's position. The sun must be in the south.
Let's observe the relationship between shadow's direction and sun's position. Remember, a shadow forms on the opposite side from the light source.
Shadows. A shadow forms on the opposite side from the light source, if the shadow moves opposite direction. The book gives one more instruction. The second half of this lesson, Chapter 8, should be taught in the class around 22nd December.
Let us learn about shadows. Shadow positions change when the light source moves. Moving the object also changes the shadow. Students, record your observation. This concludes our activity.
The sun is our natural source of light. As the apparent position of the sun changes, the direction and position of shadows also change.
By observing a fixed stick for many months, we can understand changes in sunrise and sunset, shadow direction, length of day and night, and seasonal changes.
So, by observing shadows, sunrise and sunset throughout the year, how the position of the sun appears to change, and how this affects the length and direction of shadows. So, this is how we understand how seasons occur. Keep observing the sun and shadows around you. Thank you for watching, and keep learning with Mahaeasystudy.